Hey everyone, this is Swooper, and welcome back to a Target Acquired podcast, your occasional dose of Marvel Crisis Protocol news, strategy, and banter. We're excited to have you with us today, whether you're painting, prepping for your next tournament, or just hanging out. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this episode, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, and if you're enjoying the contents, consider supporting us over on Patreon. Every little bit of support helps us grow the channel and bring more awesome content your way. Who do I have with me tonight?
This is Gary, aka Crossroads.
And this is Sean, aka Reynolds Wrap.
Sweet deal. Hey, well, I'll pause it for a second. How do you have your little symbol up in your corner there, Sean? Oh, that's not your corner. That's my
That's
screen.
your screen.
When it gets minimized, it looks like it was only in your screen. So I thought it was like special for you and you did something.
Nope,
Okay.
That's yours.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's very weird looking when it minimizes. All right. The Last Chance Qualifier tournament is this weekend, November 15th at Bazooka Games in Westminster, Maryland. This will be your last chance to make it into the final 8 and a chance to play for the Mid-Atlantic Crisis Cup belt. Spots are still available. Crossroads and I will be taking part this time around, and we will have our local edgelord EJ, who I'm sure you've seen in our many battle reports, will be taking the reins as the watcher for this event. With us playing, I figured we'd go through what we were thinking about playing this weekend. I recently made some big changes. I jumped off Shield, and I have been switching things up and moving on to Brotherhood. But let's take a look at what Gary's going to be taking.
Yeah, so big surprise. I bet it should be the Crossroads quiz. What is Gary playing? Just kidding. It's Crime.
Oh, everybody could have won.
So anybody that's played against me for, I don't know, the past year and a half knows I play Crime. I have made some adjustments to my normal Crime list. Mainly 3 characters have made their way into it. So we'll start with the normals. So my 2 leaders are Shadowland Daredevil or Kingpin. I'm bringing Black Cat, Bullseye, my favorite model in the game, Rhino, Mysterio, and Killmonger. And the 3 new ones are the Wrecking Crew, which I've played with a little bit, but they're still relatively new to the list. Mephisto, Lord of Temptation, which I saw in action in Nova in a couple lists and did really well. And I've played with him a couple of times, and he's a really fun model to use. Brand new, first time using him will be Saturday at the Last Chance. Will be Prowler, and I'm really excited about using him in the list. I think he brings a lot to the list. Mainly, I'm really hoping I'm correct, as he makes me a little less scared of pay-to-flips now that I feel capable switching to Shadowland Daredevil with both Mephisto and Prowler in the list.
Who did you drop to take those 3?
I can tell you one, it was his 3rd leader.
It was my 3rd leader. MODOK got cut, Juggernaut got cut, and the fact that I can't remember the 3rd makes me feel like it wasn't that important. Yes, Hood was the most recent one, but he was in for the doubles at Nova. And I can't tell you who it was before Hood. So
No, I knew you had Gwenpool in there for a little bit too.
Oh, Gwenpool was the other one I cut.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, we never saw her on the table, so.
Yeah, Gwenpool was the one that I cut. I completely forgot about her. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is I didn't bring her out that often, and I'm bringing in 2 4s, so I had to cut some of the 4s. And Mephisto and Juggernaut was just an even swap. So moving in the team tactics cards, we have All According to Plan, Brace for Impact, and Sacrifice are my 2 restricted. This is a robbery because that is stapled to Rhino. Recalibration Matrix, Grand Illusion with Mysterio, Usurp the Throne, which is, the only reason to bring Killmonger. Cruel is here. And Stronger Together works very well with the Wrecking Crew. And then High Tech Heist with Prowler, which is the card that lets him basically steal a pay-to-flip.
Chew, that's a lot of character-specific cards.
You're going to have a hard time fitting those in.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends because not a lot of them,
It's not that bad because he's gonna be taking the 2 restricted plus cruelty. So in reality, he's only probably taking 2, or if you're taking all according to plan.
I was gonna say all according to plan and brace are sort of like in it.
Yeah. So in reality, you don't have that many spots, and then it's just whatever flavor you took, you fill those spots with their.
Yeah, whatever 2 characters that I have with the named cards, like it's the only time it's going to be a problem is if I'm like taking Rhino, Killmonger, and Mysterio at the same time. Then it's like,
Well, you have 2 staple to the Wrecking Crew, don't you?
I mean, Cruelty and Stronger Together both work very well with them, but it's not a have to. Like they're good even without it.
I mean, they're basically just your 10th character. Like, they might not make the board, but if you're on a losing streak, put them on the board.
That's the thing. It's like if I'm dropping down to the fun half, then the Wrecking Crew comes out more and more.
So what is a Mephisto game for you then? What's the game plan there?
Mephisto, Shadowlands, Daredevil, they typically go hand in hand, and then it's sort of just flavoring depending on the crisis. I still, and this is like my play, it always I end up backwards, and I don't know how I do it. And like even looking back over games, it's almost like I'm purposely doing it. I want to be able to use Mephisto's like pass off onto the hand ninjas, but they always end up on opposite sides of the board. Even if I line them up together, somehow one of them ends up on the opposite side of the board. And it's never in position, which, something I want to work on. But
it's hard, though, to keep Mephisto with Kingpin, though.
Yeah, Mephisto.
Because he's fast. He's weirdly fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to keep him with the hand ninjas, with Shadow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it is, and that's the thing is Mephisto is so incredibly quick where he'll just jump across the board and it's like, well, now he's all the way over there, and then he'll get attacked and I'll be like, I really wish I had those hand ninjas near me. So it is something I have to be more aware of. But yeah, I think it really depends on like the layout of where I go from there, because it's a matter of like, that's 9 points. So do I go wider with 3s and a 2? Do I have, the ability to chunk up a little bit with Rhino and Killmonger? I mean, it really depends on like points and layout. For example, like 19, I would love to have Shadowlands, Mephisto, Bullseye, Rhino, and Killmonger. Like that's like the dream team right there.
And then I guess with that, the plan is, of course, to play Mephisto with Shadowlands Daredevil. What crises are you taking?
So the crisis I'm pulling, and my crises are very specific. Like I am running Kingpin's crises. I have Terrigen, Superpower Scoundrels, Riots, Spider Infected, Struggle, and Deadline.
I don't remember what Spider Infected does.
I think you can only move short, or no, there's the push.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the power phase.
Yep. During the power phase, starting with player priority, players roll 1 die for each character they control, holding a Spider Infected. If the result is crit, wild, or hit, that character advances short before rolling for the next character the opposing player plays resolves this advance. I know a lot of people hate Spider Infected.
Well, that is the crisis you play if you're playing the Oops All Traps list.
And a lot of people hate it just because it's random, and random is not really
I'm surprised you want to go 5 extracts.
Yeah, I like 5 extracts because the goal is to have 3.
And you're just playing all steals, right? That's basically the thing.
I play Black Cat, and remember the second part of Kingpin's leadership is the ability to pass off extracts. So the goal is to play keep away. At least that's the goal. We'll see how it works.
You're playing keep away with hot potatoes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I should call it, hot potatoes. No, it's really fun, especially when you have a character that's almost ready to die, and then they just pass off the objective to somebody that's hiding behind them. But then again, it's we'll see how it incredibly works, because Spider Infected, you pass it off to somebody you want to try to protect, and next thing you know, you roll and you fail, and your opponent pushes you short or advances you short, and now you're in their line, and life doesn't look so fun anymore.
Is Prowler just in there for your pay to flips, or has he got another plan in there?
Yeah. So Prowler is in there for it's the same thing as like Shadowland Daredevil. Like it's really reactionary to my opponents. Because the one thing about Kingpin and the one reason why I think they struggle so much is they have a lot of like poor matchups, like massive attrition and petaflips really cripple Kingpin. So it's nice having the new Shadowland Daredevil Mephisto Prowler kind of reactionary to that.
What was your third extract? You had Spider Infected, Terror.
Cube. Yep.
Oh, you're not brave enough to go for the Deadly Legacy, huh?
No, I'm not gonna do Legacy. I mean, I like Legacy, and it's fun getting all of them. And Kingpin's leadership does make it easier. I've played Legacy a lot. But I've really been trying to go, I'm really tempted to take out Spider Infected for Legacy.
I mean, if you're playing Hot Potato, Legacy just seems like a natural fit.
I know. And I've done it a lot, and I really do like Legacy. I mean, really the dream is to just play my blues every round and Deadline to Destruction because I absolutely love that crisis.
So you really want to play 17?
4 out of the 6 are 17.
I was about to say, all 3 of your extracts are 17.
Unfortunately, that is the majority of the crisis now are all 7.
Yeah.
I feel like I rarely play 17s though.
I mean, if people that you're playing are still just bringing hammers, you're just playing 18 all day long.
Yeah, I always feel like I'm in the higher end, like in the 1920s, like 18's like the lower. Like I haven't played a 16 in God knows how long.
What is left? That's
There's
even
not
a
many.
16.
Yeah, there's not many at all. I'm pretty sure there's only like 1 or 2, right?
I'm trying to look up the freaking whole list. There we go.
There's no extracts. Cosmic Invasion, Deadline, and Mayor Fisk are 16s.
So if you're crime, you're playing 16.
Crime play 17.
Basic bitch crime. How's that? But yeah.
If you want to go all in on Kingpin.
But 6 of the extract missions are also.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of them. I just don't normally play them. Whether it's like picking them or not picking them kind of thing. It's just how it seems to work out.
Coming this weekend, John plays 3 rounds of all 17.
That's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. So
I guarantee you one's going to be against me.
I'm fine with it. It's whatever. I still can run 6 wide. So
that's a nightmare. 6 wide on 17.
Pretty sure. Yeah. 5, 3, and 2. Yeah.
I was going to say I'm 5 wide at 17.
Are you? Well, are you counting ninjas as that or no?
No.
I mean, I would be the same too. Like if I dropped a 2 and a 3 and took a 5, I would just have Hydra Troopers then. So I'd still be
It's like
6
Cat,
wide.
Bullseye, Kingpin, Rhino, and Shadowlands.
3 4s, a 3 and a 2.
Mephisto's never seen the table.
Oh, I play Mephisto a lot, man. Like the past 6 games I've played, I've thrown Mephisto in there.
Yeah, I definitely think he's a model you gotta play with, you gotta practice with, just to know like when to do what.
Yeah.
You said your tactics cards. Did you take any of his tactics cards?
I did not.
You just didn't have the room for them.
No. And honestly, I need more reps with them because it always seems like it comes up in an awkward time.
Yeah, his cards are I feel like tough to get used to. I'm sure they're really great once you use them and stuff and you figure it out, but I think figuring out when to play that card sometimes can be tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So John, what do you got?
I am taking Brotherhood, and I will be taking only Mystique Brotherhood. So if you're playing me, I only have 1 leader, and I'll be playing her the entire time. Which is fine, because my only other option is Magneto. And I tried. I really did. And it's not working.
You should put Dormammu in there just to throw him off.
Well, unfortunately I don't have a lot of room. I tried to put in something or whatever, but in reality I ended up with 9 out of my 10. Well, now it's going to be 8 out of my 10 are all Brotherhood characters. So I'm taking Mystique, I'm taking Avalanche, Gambit, Juggernaut, Pyro, Quicksilver, the Blob, Toad, Red Skull, Master of Hydra, and Prowler are my splashes. I originally had Colossus in here, but I do not like him. So he is getting dropped, and I will be putting in Prowler. I think Prowler really works with Mystique's leadership.
How does that stack? Because he gets refunded twice.
Mm-hmm. So you get 2 instead of 1. So you actually gain power, I think.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I think that'll be neat. I think he goes with the plan of everything. Everybody's Brotherhood. They all basically have their normal Brotherhood jobs to do. I have Red Skull Master Hydra in there because he sticks with the plan of we're going for points. I'm playing points. I'm not playing to win, like table you. I'm not playing to murder you. I'm gonna hit 16. That's my plan. And Red Skull Master Hydra really helps with that because the Hydra troopers are able to hold a secure point. Also, at the same time, I have Mystique's leadership, being able to hold a secure point where nobody's there. And then Red Skull himself is just a menace on the board. So he definitely is like, hey, you can either pay attention to all my little guys or you can pay attention to Red Skull. You probably got the pick. I have Juggernaut in here, but he doesn't make the table very often. I think he's really good, but it's hard to justify taking Juggernaut over Red Skull too.
Well, he's a very good control piece versus what you want, which is a distraction.
But normally it's just a lot of 3s and maybe Red Skull too. And then depends on like what the crises are, depends on what 3s make the table. If they're ones I can steal from, Quicksilver will make the table. If not, he usually gets swapped out for somebody else. I really like Avalanche. I think Avalanche is really good. That 2-cost move you away shenanigans. It's pretty great. He's very good at handling Hulks. Him and Blob can usually deal with Hulks pretty well and keeping them away. Pyro does Pyro things. Toad does Toad things. They're pretty straightforward on what it does. And then Gambit's in there because he's really good. That upgrade made a pretty big difference. Those wilds just exploding, and he's hard as hell to kill now. Well, double wilds on dodges and defense, man, that shit really like pops off.
Did you
Just
take
getting
his
one
card?
wild. No, I don't. My cards are like, I don't know. I end up taking probably like the same thing every single time for my cards. So for my tactics cards, I have Brace for Impact. Sacrifice is my other restricted card. I have Do You Know Who I Am for Juggernaut. I have Cosmic Obliteration for Red Skull. I have Pyrotechnics for Pyro. I take Recal. I take Asteroid M for the Brotherhood stuff. Can I borrow that for Quicksilver? I'm in like the same boat as Gary. A lot of mine are pretty character specific. And then the 2, like I have Leapfrog in here, but I've never gotten it to work. That's the Toad and Blob one. And then I have Fault Line in here. It's dirt cheap to play, and I use it every single time. That's the one that lets my beams turn into range 5 beams, and it only costs 1 power for Pyro, 1 power from Avalanche, and now my beams are range 5 for the turn. Yeah. And it comes up all the time because like second turn you can basically pop it and it extends the range, even if it's just for Pyro. It extends your Pyro range to be able to pass out like incinerates, and Avalanche is handing out stuns with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I would
Now, I
consider
really like-
dropping the leapfrog thing though for Gambit's card, just in a heavy shooting matchup. I don't know.
What, the stealth one?
Yeah,
They're never near anybody. I've done it. It doesn't come up.
really.
Yeah, because the problem is the crises I play, you're like pretty spread out, want to be kind of all over the place. I had it before, and the problem was the character he happened to be next to that game was already had stealth. So he was over there with Mystique, so Mystique already has stealth, so that didn't do me any good. But any other time, he's not really around the others because he has like a different job to do. Where like Blob, Avalanche, and Pyro are and Gambit is the same way where they're doing a lot of attacking. Gambit's usually pushing people off of points is what I use him for because you're guaranteed a push, basically. It's got to be like, I don't do the math dicing and whatnot, but it's got to be like a 90% to get a push every time on his because all you need to do is get a wild, which means all you have to do is when you roll your 4 dice, you either need a wild or a hit. Because you're just going to change that hit to a wild, and bam, I have the push. So he has almost the same job as Avalanche, where it's like, I'm just going to push you off the points and take those secures. I'm not worried about damaging you. I'm not worried about taking you out. I'm worried about get off my points. They're mine. So then he's just like, he's not around the others to give them stealth, or he's too close for it to even matter because you're using the staff. You're not really shooting from afar. And if I ever need to get anybody out of there, that's what, Asteroid M is for. It's pretty easy to hop somebody into like a really good position.
So you basically want to play senators every game.
Oh my God, I love senators. So we'll go into my crises, okay? So I have hammers, senators, and I took Inhumans deploy advanced weaponry because it has 4 instead of like Montesi that has 3. I just wanted more stuff to grab that really doesn't affect me because these are all things you grab and it doesn't matter basically outside of senators, where senators you can only move once. For secures, I have riots, superpowered scoundrels, and infinity formula. So I get more power. Scoundrels gives me cover, which is great. And riots comes up so much. Being the weird shape that it is, that D shape, which is nice because then I could just plant one of my Mystique tokens in the back and then all 6 of my characters can run forward. And I don't really have to worry about that back point. So I don't need to have my 3 or 2 sitting back there holding that point. It's mine until you come and take it. And if you come take mine, I'm most likely on yours.
You just play Ring Around the Rosie.
Pretty much. That's exactly what happens.
So,
And the riots is great too because like healing Red Skull's so easy and it makes a big difference for that. Usually Blob will go forward. He gets beat up a little bit. He'll go forward, grab an extract. And then if I need to drop back, it's fine because I'm just going to heal myself. And now I'm scoring 2 points with Blob in the back. That's just healing himself.
So
and who's going
mine
to
is-
push you away?
Red Skull, you actually have a hilarious weakness to a single affiliation, which you will not play against, but it's still funny. Sentinels.
Sure.
I know. I just think it's funny that actually Sentinels actually would have a game into that. That's all. Just made me laugh internally.
I'm not exactly sure.
Because your whole game plan is revolving around the amount of pushes you have for pushing size 3 or less.
Well, it's not even just pushing. It's just taking stuff in general. I'm going very wide, so I'll have the extract game. I'll probably have the secure game because if you're not on yours, I have enough people to be on yours. In reality, like my pushes is just, you have Gambit, Avalanche to push away. Blob sometimes does, but not as often as you wish. But if you're on the point, unless you're Kingpin, I can just double up on the points usually easily. And then just outman you on the points. And Sentinels, I don't think I'd have too much of a problem with. I have Red Skull, I have Pyro.
Oh, that's what I said with Red Skull fixes that math pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really what he's in there for, too, is he's basically going to be my real damage dealer. Because he definitely hits like a truck.
So what do you not want to run into?
Well, I think, so I like this list. I always wanted to play Brotherhood when they came out. I do think Webs just does it better. I think I would have a problem going against Webs because they're just doing the exact same thing I'm doing, and they're just doing it better with more defensive capabilities, more movement shenanigans, and then I just stand there and look stupid. So Webs is the one I probably don't want to go into. It has to be somebody like a fast list. Guardians might be a problem. But I haven't played very many Guardians players, so I'm still like, I played like one tournament with these guys so far, and I played a couple like regular games with them. Since I used to play Shield, it's always been about scoring points more than it is about murder. So I'm used to playing that way.
How do you feel about APOC because they'll probably take one of their lower scoring missions?
I've only played like a couple of times into APOC and I've done all right. It sucks because it's just like you can't do anything to him at all unless a Red Skull's going to do it. That's the person who's going to do it if you're going to. So outside of that, you just basically have to knock out the horsemen if you're going to get rid of them and just survive APOC.
That's what I was going to say. Like when I play against APOC, it's just like, what's my game plan? Survive to 16.
Yeah, and it's not that bad because like he doesn't really have, outside of like the horseman powers and whatnot, his action economy is not, horribly great. He basically can just shoot twice a turn after he's teleported somewhere.
Yep. I mean, granted, those 2 shots are usually pretty decent.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hurt, but like then I don't mind losing somebody here and there. I know they're gonna go down. Like Pyro always eats a bag of shit.
As he should.
Yeah, a Mystique usually gets beat up pretty bad early on. But the nice part too is if you lose Mystique and you have your token out, your token still stays out until that token gets like away when somebody moves near it.
I'm not gonna lie, I avoid attacking Mystique just because I always fail and it's miserable.
Really?
Yeah.
She doesn't have any defensive tech other than stealth.
It's just martial artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can stay out of that, right? You just have to be
Yeah.
outside too.
Yeah, but when your attack is range 2, you're kind of fucked.
Yep. You just have to deal with it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember back when I was playing Black Order, there were some times where like Corvus would run up and attack Mystique and not do anything. And I was like, well, this is a really bad game now.
Different game back then, man.
Yeah, I know.
Times have definitely changed.
Well, also with the addition to Prowler, I'll have 3 long movers between Quicksilver, Mystique, and Prowler. So that's nice. I probably don't want to run into humans. I think Inhumans are really good right now. Black Bolt's a pain in the ass, and even pushing him away, it's still tough. I always forget about aggressive. I can tell you that right now. That's like that ability is the biggest gotcha for me ever. I forget about it every fucking time. Where I'm like, I'll just push him away. Yay!
Yeah. Yes, you do.
He has aggressive. Great. Every time it gets me.
As many times as I've played against you with Rhino. Yes, you do.
Bill and Rhino will always get me. So anytime I'm in a table against Bill or Rhino, I'll forget you have aggressive and I'll get super excited. I'll just push him away and then I win. No, I have aggressive. Great. Forgot about that.
All right, so here.
So you don't want to play against A-Force is what you're saying.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Nobody plays A-Force anyway.
I know.
Nobody in our area does. Not that they're bad, just nobody plays them. I think, like I said, I think Inhumans are the ones that like I really don't want to run into. I feel like Spider Foes are really good right now, but I don't know what it would be like for me because I haven't played into them. Like, will Trap House be a problem for me?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a shitload of movement, so possibly.
Yeah.
You're low health on your characters, so those traps really hurt.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like I said, I think Inhumans are just a pain in the butt. I think Terragenesis is too good. It's also very good on Senators, which is what I want to play.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to play it.
I'm not excited to play Inhumans.
Yeah, they're pretty good right now. Outside of that, I don't think I have enough like play experience with them to be like, fuck, that's like the one person I didn't want to play. Because I think as long as I just am on the points and I'm fighting for the points, I should be okay no matter what affiliation it is. Like I said, I think Webbs is the only one that does the job better than I do. And then I can't take them out. There's no way. I have no mystic attackers. All my attacks are energies and physical, so you're going to get, spider defenses up the yin yang.
Yeah, I definitely like Inhumans. I'm not looking forward to. I really hate playing against Midnight Suns just because sometimes I just cannot wither the. I can't weather the aggression.
Yeah, I think being spread out though will help me with those kinds of things. Like what the fuck's that card called? Siege. So with Siege, hopefully I'm spread out enough. I don't clump up, which is like the exact opposite of what I was doing with Shield. Where Shield, I was pretty clumped up to stay in those bubbles and whatnot. But with this, I'm way more spread out. So I'm hoping Siege isn't that much of a problem. I have played into an Immortal Hulk and regular Hulks and stuff, and I've been able to like keep them away a decent amount, like I said, with Blobs, Spender, and Avalanche. So hopefully that's not a problem. Who's the other one that has it? Wakanda. I don't play Wakanda that often, so Wakanda's probably pretty scary.
Wakanda's very fast, so yeah. That one's probably pretty rough.
And then I used to hate playing against X-Men, but I don't know if I'm going to mind that. I don't know what to say.
I think X-Men is like a jack of all trades kind of faction.
Yeah, well, they were really good at getting the early extracts, and then if we land on a pay to flip, like Kingpin's just shit the bed.
True. Well, the nice part though is that like with Mystique's leadership, it's almost like having Children of the Atom, First Class.
First Class, yeah.
Yeah, as just the leadership. So that's pretty nice. But we will have to see. I didn't really looking at the thing. There's a whole like mix of people signed up.
Well, you might get your chance to, try your luck against Spider Foes.
Yeah, and then Dan's gonna kick the shit out of me. He's
What?
way practiced into spider foes, and I'm playing a faction I've played like 4 times.
The thing you got to remember, though, is they're really slow.
They are slow, and I am pretty fast.
God, I'm going to get paired against Dan round 1, and he's just going to feel like slow, huh?
He'll take all the fast characters he has. Like it won't even be the fast characters. It'll be the characters that have slow on their card, but somehow are like wickedly fast.
Yeah, the rhinos.
Yeah.
You're gonna call him slow, and then you're gonna put Mysterio on the board on your side. And he's just gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you're gonna get your chance to see how those X-Men play.
Yeah. Yep.
So
You're going to get to see Sentinels whoop your butt.
Otis is playing Sentinels.
Otis going to take you down.
He might.
Gonna laugh. You're just like, I can't move him.
That's the thing is like if I'm not able to move you, like I said, I'm hoping that I just outnumber you on the thing. I'm going to lose against Don because I'm cursed against Don. He's got my number. And then what else we got? We got 2 Legion of the Lost. Oh, you got to fix your... Oh, you're not playing his card.
No.
I was about to say you have to fix yours and put Legion of the Lost on there too, but nope.
No, it'll be interesting.
Josh is coming. You're gonna play against Trap House as well.
Oh yeah, because Josh plays Mephisto. Spider Foes have been Mephisto Crime.
He plays Spider Foe's Crime. So, but he's been all up on how he's been waiting for Sable to come out. He's going full Trap House.
Oh, Silk, Sable,
or Silk. Sorry, Silk.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. That'll be entertaining though to see it. Like, I know there's talk about it and whatnot, but actually seeing like, oh shit, here it goes, and all of a sudden you're taking a bunch of damage and moving all over the place.
I'd love to see it happen on the table next to me.
No, it's gonna be on your table. First round.
No, first round's gonna be me and you.
No, because we're gonna have what's it called up, so we're
Friendly
not worried
fire.
about that.
Oh, all right. Second round's gonna be me and you.
Well, as long as you lose your game, yeah, sure.
This is a competitive podcast brought to you by Target Acquired Gaming.
Yep.
This is
I am super excited to play because I haven't played, I don't think, in any of the Mid-Atlantic. I think I played in the first Mid-Atlantic one. So all the way back in January was the only one I played in. So almost, we're talking 10 months I haven't played in one of these ones yet.
Have I played in one of the Mid-Atlantic ones this year?
You should have.
He didn't play in the first one.
You didn't play in the last one.
So I'm trying to think of what the second one was.
I'm sure you have. Hold on.
No, he didn't, because remember that was at Bazooka and he wasn't there.
I was gonna say I don't know if I have.
Because we live streamed one of them. No, we did 3. 3 was live streamed. You weren't at 4. I don't recall what happened at 2.
You were at 2. You were at Titan, weren't you?
Why was it?
Yes, he was at Titan. Yeah.
He's a Titan.
The infamous one.
I played
there. By the way, there must be a problem with Longshanks. I just clicked on the one to see if he was in it, and it is giving tons of people the top rated player thing.
Ah, okay.
So the badges are showing up. So like on here, so like EJ is the top rated Wakanda player.
Good for him.
Yeah. So it shows him as having that badge. So that must have been what was happening with what we were looking at earlier. There must be some kind of mistake.
Well, it makes a lot more sense now, because that was really weird. Earlier, we were just checking back on some of the past event results, and like one of the events had 8 people that had top affiliation badge in it, which just didn't make much sense.
Right, because that if you go by event 2, Don Squires was the top rated Inhumans player.
I've played in
Did
3
he
events.
play affiliation?
Yeah, he played Inhumans for like that one tournament. Is what I'm saying. Is play that one for that one tournament. Yet he's showing here as like the highest ranked player for Inhumans.
Okay.
So yeah, there must be something wrong with Longshanks, because if you look at the tournament, there's 1, 2, 3, 11 of the 22 players are the highest ranked in their factions. So yeah, there's a bug or something going on with Longshanks. But I'm super excited to play in the event because, like I said, I don't get to play very often. So maybe me and Gary will make it to that top 8, and we're gonna win the whole thing. Bring that belt home.
We can't both win the whole thing.
I said, well, one of us can.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Actually, technically 3 of us. There's all 3 of us because Sean's already in it.
Oh, in the top, yes.
Yes. So one of us could come home with that belt. It just so happens that at the same time this tournament is happening, it'll also be Ministravaganza. They just put out the schedule for it. Well, that's not the right button at all. We'll look up and see what it was because I think it's like 12, but I think it's their time.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so-
11 a.m. I think their time.
Yeah, 11 a.m., but it's Pacific time, which is how many hours behind? 3?
4. I
4.
wanna say.
So that's going to be 3 o'clock our time. So it was right smack in the middle of like round 3.
Gives me something to look forward to.
Right. I mean, well, it's crazy. So like if you compare it to like last year's Ministravaganza thing, it was over a weekend and there were all these different kinds of things and whatnot. They've just been like, fuck it. We're just going to go straight to 10 a.m. Shatterpoint. You get an hour of Shatterpoint. 11 a.m. Pacific time. You get Crisis Protocol. You get an hour of Crisis Protocol. And then Legion gets 12 with no end time, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure Legion's getting like a lot. Like they're getting a lot of attention this time.
Yeah, we're getting Gungans, right?
If we're getting Gungans, get ready because
we're playing
a new section for the channel. Get ready for some Gungan battle reports because that'll be happening. I hope we do. Like I know this is a Crisis Protocol thing, but I really do hope we get Gungans. I'm super excited about that. I'd be super excited if Gungans were in Shatterpoint too. I just want them in general. I just don't understand why they're getting scrubbed. We put fucking Genosians in Legion, and they have Ewoks in Shatterpoint, but like, I can't get a Gungan.
Wait, there's Genosians?
Yeah, if you play Confederates or whatever, you can have Genosians in your droid army. Separatists is the word I was looking for. But yeah, you can even have Commander Genosians, like the little clicky guy, Polcock or whatever his name is from the second movie that's like has like the map to the Death Star and shit. He's like a choice for a commander.
Wow.
And then you can take Genosian warriors. That's about it, but they have their little cool bubble cannons. So the question is what do we think we're gonna see? Because we saw forever ahead of time at Adepticon.
Well, all right. My initial off the cuff prediction is we will probably only get maybe 3 new characters announced that we didn't already know of, and the rest of it's going to be card reveals.
God, I think it is going to be mostly card reveals as well, and I'll be massively disappointed.
Yep. I think it's going to be card reveals. I think we might get some kind of like news about packaging or something like that.
There was like a word about new game content, but I guess that's new characters, right?
It could be new characters. It could be that they're announcing, I don't know, like a new Mojo Ball thing.
Oh, you know what? We might also get the like information about the new Crisis set.
Really? That's so far ahead.
Really
though.
early. Yeah.
When was
Bastion and Nimrod don't come out till Q2 of 2026. And that's if this is accurate.
And recall, we just got the latest ones in Gladiator's release, which was the week of Adepticon last year.
I think what we're going to end up, I'd put so much money that we're getting the cards for Blue Marvel and Spectrum because they're the only ones I think listed for Q4.
Yeah, 100 hands down.
Yeah, so those two we're going to get cards for.
I think we might get a reveal for Red Hulk on what the card might be, and it won't even.
Oh, so do you think She-Hulk, Red Hulk, and Leader are going to be a Q4 release?
I do.
A secret Q4 release?
I think they might be.
I could see that because they are not listed as anything as far as I know. I hope it's not just characters. So I really, really don't want just character cards, especially when those character cards get released like the week before they get pre-ordered kind of thing, which is a normal thing that we do all the time. But it's like if Blue Marvel and Spectrum aren't coming out the next 2 weeks and we see their cards, I feel like the hype dies so quickly unless they're obviously like busted. But I feel like then nobody's even talking about them sometimes, and they just kind of get left in the wind.
Yeah, maybe they just reveal their tactics cards that are coming with them then, so that way you don't know everything else, but you know what their tactics cards are.
Yeah, it
I-
sucks because I mean, if we were gonna show character cards and like I get my choice, of course I want to see what Nimrods and Bastions and stuff like that, but they're so far ahead. I would love to see what Kang the Conqueror does.
Oh, I would love to see that as well.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that guy. It also sucks too because a lot of, let's say, it is all character reveals, and we get a lot for some reason. Quarter one has the majority of reveals that I just don't care about. So like you're getting Ironmonger and Kang. Great. I like those two. You have Iron Lad, Rescue. I don't care. You have Adam Warlock, Moon Dragon, and Quasar. Don't care. You have Valkyrie on Big Horse and the Warriors 3. I don't care.
Well, maybe we'll get a reveal about what multiple man's going to do, and
Yeah,
that he
he's
has
quarter
grunts.
2. That would be great. I'd be all about Multiple Man and Havoc and Jubilee.
I hate to say this out loud because I've been wrong about it, 4 times now, but maybe we'll get 4 new character releases.
We're not getting Fantastic Four. You're
I
out
know.
of mind.
I know. They gotta come into the game eventually, right?
I don't know why we're like holding them back, but there's got to be a reason that they have in their minds of like, we're holding them back for like, I don't want to say if the game like has a lull or like starts to dwindle, but like, you can't release all the good characters at once and all the big characters because then you have nothing to release later, because then what are you going to do down the road when all the big names are out and all you have left is like Mole Man? Like nobody's gonna get excited like, oh man, Mole Man.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Like I want Sugar Man in the game really bad, but I think I'm the only one.
No, I mean I want that Harlequin into the game.
I did see that they put him in one of the video games back in the day, so he is like, people are aware of him.
I had never heard of him until you asked me to Google him, and then I'm like, yes, I want this character.
The Sugar Man. Yeah, I just don't know what. I guess like the time is obviously not going to fill an entire hour. I highly doubt that they're going from 1 hour straight into the next hour, straight into the next hour. So let's say we get like 30 minutes and they'll have a break between each one. Man, I'm gonna be so mad if it's just Blue Marvel and Spectrum's cards, because those are also 2 characters I don't give a shit about.
They have to have at least one model that they haven't shown us yet. That they have to show that.
I would go with, it's not a model. I would go with, they're gonna pull. Do you remember Adepticon 2 years ago, right? So they showed off Apocalypse. They had like the model and stuff, and we were super excited about it, of course.
Yeah.
But then at the very end of it, they just showed an art for Dracula.
Yes.
I could see them pulling one of those.
And where it's just a rendering.
Yeah, where it's just an art. You just have like what might be on the card or what might be on the box, and they're like, here's Annihilus. And you're like, get the fuck out of here. Which I don't think is going to be the character, because I feel like you have to have Fantastic. However, if it is Annihilus, then Fantastic Four are coming. But what they should do is screw that. Just give me a picture of Doom. If you gave me a picture of Doom at the end, it's just the art and just lets us know that Doom is coming.
Yeah, but then
people would lose their minds.
Have to be coming, right?
Correct, but that would be the nice part about it, is people want the Fantastic Four. I think they want them because they want Doom more than anything. I think people want Dr. Doom more than they want Fantastic Four, but they go hand in hand. So I think just by spoiling, like instead of spoiling Fantastic Four, you're like, awesome, we're getting Fantastic Four. We'll probably get Doom. But if you do it the other way around, you're like, we're getting Doom, which means we're definitely getting Fantastic Four, So it kind of reveals like 5 characters instead of just 1. Which I think you're going to get all of those characters anyway. It's just a matter of how soon. Because there's no way we leave out Dr. Doom and the Fantastic Four. They're eventually going to be in the game.
I don't know. They could just cop out and bring in someone like Ares or someone.
Oh my God, Dark Avengers? Yes, please. That would be awesome. I do wish, like, I want more affiliations. I know it probably like will like bloat the game or whatever, and it can be like a pain in the butt. But I don't want it sucks because Dark Avengers would just go under Avengers. and I would rather it be its own thing, but I get why it wouldn't be.
I mean, the leadership it would be called Dark Avengers, but
Right,
yeah.
but it would be under Avengers and anybody could be a part of it. That's under Avengers, which sucks because I would rather it just be like, even if it's like the Winter Guard where you only have like a few models, I'm okay with it as long as it's just the Dark Avengers. Or give me the Savage ones and give me Conan.
Well, if they're yeah, so that was on our earlier list. Conan, what was shit? Now I'm trying to remember. Sherlock Holmes. They could bring in all those really obscure characters.
I didn't know Sherlock Holmes.
You know what? I wonder if they're going to talk about the new timeline.
I don't know. I feel like they want to pretend timeline doesn't exist anymore.
Usually, I think that so. Previously, LVO was January, and it does take place before January, right?
Yeah, because LVO was like the unofficial
The kickoff.
timeline tournament where Adepticon's officially the first one, but
Right.
LVO always did like the unofficial first one.
But LVO doesn't exist anymore in January. It's always an October event now. So
Right, which means maybe that's what they do is they're like, hey, you know what? I still like timeline. I just hate the current timeline. So changing the timeline would be great. It'd give us a chance to try to make it a thing again.
You know what? And it would be cool because like, so this year they did, what's his name with the new Crisis Pack? Gladiator, and everything was like space themed and extra world themed. The new Crisis Pack is going to be like all like Sentinels and X-Men and mutants. So wouldn't it be cool if timeline focused around that?
It would be cool if they actually did focus around stuff. But the problem is like the timelines don't do that. Like they try to make it sound like they do, but then you look at the actual timeline, you're like, this makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean,
like why is this one here?
I think they lightly do it.
Yeah, it's very loose.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind it being a tighter format for like the purposes of what you can take and can't take, just to be like, hey, we're doing this timeline. And like if you have to limit it even more, like you lose 20 more characters, I'm fine with that if it just makes it work better in the way you want it to. But they usually get rid of like half of the characters, it seems to. But the problem with that is then you still have characters that don't really fit that space theme.
Yeah.
I do think if we're going to switch the timeline and we're going to do something like that, let's say we go back a year and we know that this year is going to be space themed, right? Then I feel like this year's releases should be based around that theme. So Quasar, Adam Warlock, and Moondragon, I feel like they all should have been releases for last year to go into that timeline.
Yeah, instead of like the year the timeline exists doing, because like this year they did the space theme and they did Inhumans and they did
Right. I think all the releases should generally be around that time. And I also think like would be really cool is, all right, you want people to get like excited that the timeline's changing so they pay attention to the timeline. So I think like the best way to do that is be like, hey, this year's timeline's theme is, we're just going to continue with space, is space. So for our space theme, who better to represent the space timeline than the Starjammers? And then have like a box of the Starjammer and be like, oh, shit, we're getting like a new space affiliation because this year's theme is space. And then you get all those cool Starjammers from like X-Men fucking the animated series and whatnot. And it'll be super cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
I'd
and
be
then
behind
like
it.
you, what?
I would be behind it. I'd be totally psyched for it.
Right. And I think that would make people pay attention to the timeline. Like right now, nobody really pays attention to it. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it could be a really cool thing, but there's nothing behind it that's helping it be cool or noticeable.
It needs event support for it too. Like the first year that they did it, Adepticon had really good support for it. Last year, I couldn't even play in it because if you made top 32 cut in Worlds, you were not eligible to play timeline.
Well, even with that, I didn't like last year's either because you only got to play each affiliation once before cuts happened. So great, I painted 30 models. I used fucking
5.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you only used like 15 out of all of them because You only
Right.
used half your roster. So I didn't even get to try the other half of the roster in a different game. I don't care that it's all day. I'm there to play games. So the idea that like, oh, we don't want it to be all night or whatever, as I guessing what the problem was. Fuck that. I'll be there all night. What do you think I paid to do? I paid to come here and play games all goddamn day and night.
Yeah, it's once a year that we get
Right.
Adepticon. Like,
Right. Like,
I don't need
what are you going
sleep.
to be upset about it? You're like, man, I wish I didn't have to play all night. Then don't fucking play.
Glad I really got to sit in my hotel room.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. You couldn't go out. All the fucking restaurants close at 9 p.m. anyway.
Oh, if you're lucky, most of them were closing at 8.
Yeah. So,
That's-
like, well, you're not missing anything.
That's only the German ones.
Oh, well,
all of them.
we did miss the WCW though.
Right, but that's like a side note. In reality, I was going to go to that because there was nothing else going on.
That's true.
I almost feel like I don't have enough to do at night. I wish there were more events so that way I could continue to do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, other
But
than
yeah,
evening classes, that was the only thing happening at night.
Right, and then the problem with that is like I like the ones that we took, of course, but sometimes the ones you really want to take, they're always during your like big tournaments.
Yeah.
And you're like, great, I can't take that because that's at fucking noon on a Saturday. Like, I'm here to play. I get it. If you're only there to paint, then that's great. But like, I feel like noon on a Saturday is prime time to be like, maybe the painters should do some later stuff.
Oh, I think that's actually on the artists. Like the artists are like, I want to have more fun at Adepticon, so I'm going to put this as a noon event.
Yeah,
So
I don't think that should be in consideration. Like if you're there to volunteer or if you are there to basically work, well, that sucks for you. That's your choice. I'm not here for you to have fun. You're here for other people to have fun. And you should have fun being the one teaching these things or doing these things because otherwise, why are you doing it?
I don't disagree, but
silly to worry about their fun time rather than the thousands of other people that are paying to have a fun time when in reality they're probably getting free rooms and whatnot.
I also kind of wonder if there is a restriction on the events running late because of the new venue. Before we were in a hotel convention center, so the hotel didn't care what time we left.
Yeah.
The convention center might say, hey, we don't want your events running past this time because we don't want to have security staff high enough for, the amount of attendees that you have in the hall.
I could see that definitely being a
that's-
problem because we when we walked around, we couldn't get in certain areas after a certain time. We
Yeah, I
got
was
locked
gonna
out. Me and Sam and Ben had to walk all the way around the convention center to get back in.
I remember the one time I was walking out, the security told me like, hey, by the way, this entrance is going to lock. And
Yeah, I could see that being an issue. And if that is the issue, then I 100% get that that's the way it is.
I wish
but-
they would communicate that.
Right. I would just rather know that. But yeah, I would like back to like the timeline thing. I think the timeline releases with a theme and with an affiliation would be really cool because that means you'd get at least a new affiliation every year to an extent. Like there's probably a point where that becomes too much, but at least give me a new leader with a theme every year kind of thing at that point.
we're going to get one. We're going to get a leader with what's it called? Like Gamma Squad or.
Yeah, but then you know what? If that's the case, and in reality, like what we're talking about right now is actually what's about to happen, because AMG does like to listen. I could see that. They're like, hey, this year's theme is granted, like I think last year's theme was monsters, but if this year's theme is like this year's theme is real kaijus and big monsters and whatnot, which
Oops, all
will
kaijus.
which will be miserable, but
Oops, all kaijus again.
That's what it was this past year, was Oops All Kaijus.
right, but it was supposed to like be themed around like space. It just wasn't. And then with this space theme, you had Phoenix, who like kind of just came out. Now you're going to switch the timeline. And it's like, man, I feel like that should have been earlier versus some of the other releases. Like this year's theme could have been multiverse. Bam! Now we got all the spider people.
Well, then they can do that for 2026 theme, right? Because now we have
but it's
all
already
the-
happened. They're already out. And it's already happened. It should happen with the announcement of timeline.
I agree, but unlike what happened in the last one where Phoenix was in the timeline and she didn't even release until after all the timeline events were done, at least if they did multiverse, at least we have the models where we can actually play the
Yeah, and I
timeline.
don't think they're going to be doing that anymore. I think they made that mistake and they were like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Oh, releasing models in timeline that don't release in time for any event.
Right, because it also gives away what affiliations they're in.
I mean, we knew King Black Bolt was going to be Inhuman. That one was pretty obvious.
That's true, but like at the same time, some of them, like you get a couple weird ones that came out through the year, and you're like, "What the hell's that guy doing there?" Like when Mephisto came out, you would never know Mephisto was gonna be crime. I would have
No.
never pegged that. I'd have been like, he's Cabal and maybe his own leadership or whatever, but like crime was kind of a weird one. There's been a couple characters that have had weird selections, but like let's like next year's theme could be like Asgard or gods or whatever they want to pick as their theme, and like even though we know Valkyrie's coming out, like the Warriors 3 and all them having a new affiliation or a new leadership might be a cool thing. But I think with that, though, you also have to have all your releases throughout the year kind of geared towards that.
No,
And we already have the release schedule, and it's not geared for it.
Right.
It's going to be Sentinels, X-Men, X-Force.
I wish
Oh my
the
God,
theme,
please put Sentinel in
Brotherhood.
timeline.
I wish the theme was like Days of Future Past is our theme for this year. Fuck yeah, this is going to be awesome. Bam, you release Nimrod in his new Sentinel pack. This is great. This is so cool. So we're going to have a great year of mutants, Sentinels, and like, those kinds of things or whatever. So throughout the year, you would get like, we're getting X-Force, we're getting new Sentinels. Maybe we're getting like the future versions of some of these characters where like Old Man Logan or whatever. That would be awesome. But then that would have to be like almost your entire year of releases are going to be like these things. And I'd be fine with that. But you also don't have to tell me every model that's coming out. All you need to do is tell me the theme. So the theme is Days of Future Past. This is as if, of course, we didn't know what was coming out, assuming we don't know the roadmap. And then the first box for Days of Future Past, after they go, this year's timeline is Days of Future Past. Our first release for this year's theme is this, and then bam, you show Nimrod with Sentinel, with the new Sentinel models or whatever. Dude, people lose their minds. That would be the most hyped thing ever. And then throughout the year, you would spend the year trying to figure out who are we going to get for this thing, and then do the silhouettes. Go back to silhouettes. I don't know why we stopped doing that. I loved that.
Oh, the who's that Pokemon?
Yes, the Who's That Pokemon was so great because everybody got buzzed and everybody would talk about it, and people would say the dumbest shit. And you're like, what? It'd be like I remember the Sin and Viper box, and everyone's like making all these predictions and whatnot, but there'll be like characters that had like nothing to do with one another. Like, well, I'm pretty sure that one's Rogue and that one's Sue Storm, and you're like, what? Why would those two be in a box together?
Makes sense to me.
I mean, that would really throw us off. If you just put if like there was no rhyme or reason to what goes in a box, and it was just, we're releasing these two characters. So this week, you're getting fucking Jubilee is coming with Kang the Conqueror. You're like, what box is this? What is going on? But like it would make guessing those silhouettes pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, it would.
Man.
AMG, bring back silhouettes.
You think we see any like card updates?
Not for this, I don't think.
I want to say yes, because I want them, of course. But then I feel like they hurt me too bad in the last one. I don't even want to think about it anymore. Where it's like I get really excited, like, yes, we're gonna get a fix, like, maybe we'll get this or whatever, or somebody will fix, or what's Mr. Sinister's card will get fixed and I can play him on the board. And they're just gonna be like, nah, where are we gonna fix Magneto? I can tell you right now we're not, because he just got put into a box. So
Yay, Shang-Chi.
But they gave us Cosmic Ghost Rider as a card.
yeah. I mean, I'm really disappointed with the not fixing Magneto. That's disappointing.
Well, I'm still pissed off that they gave us the Cosmic Ghost Rider and counted that as a fixed character, even though all it was they printed the fucking card. Thanks, guys. You made that change over a year ago, but it gave us the card update. Yay.
So let's take a guess here. How many points will Red Hulk be?
Didn't we already play this game?
Did we?
I thought we did. Red Hulk. So regular Hulk is a 6, correct? And Immortal's a 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's probably still gonna be
A Bomb is a 5.
A-Bomb is
A-Bomb
a
is a
5.
Then Red Hulk has to be a 6.
And well, no. Remember, Red Hulk is not a 6. They said it in one of the interviews.
Oh, then he's probably gonna be a 5 or 7.
No, he has. Well, yeah, obviously he's gonna be a 5 or 7. He's not gonna be a fucking 3 or an 8.
Why not an 8? He could be a fucking 8. You don't know.
He's not gonna be a fucking 8. Sean's
God,
logic, solid logic.
I need a sound bite of that.
If he's not a 5 and he's not a 7, then he's an 8. That's all. That's how
I would
math
have
works,
placed
right?
him at a 6, but if he's not, and they said he's 7.
There is some Gen Alpha out there right now saying 6.
Oh God, those stupid kids.
That better not be you, Dan.
I'm going under. I'm saying he's probably going to be a 5. I'm pretty sure we did play this game already.
I can't see him being
No
5,
way.
man.
I can't see him being a 5 either.
His model's as big as Immortal Hulk. Like,
all right, hold on. How big is the model?
It's pretty.
I don't think it's that big. It looks like it's the same size as regular Hulk. I thought it looked like it was almost in the same pose too.
Trying to find the picture from Gen Con.
I got it.
Well, I see Immortal Hulk behind him, but he's so far behind.
Oh, they have a side by side.
Oh, he is.
No, they don't. That's not the correct model.
The Red Hulk that's next to the new She-Hulk?
No. I was saying the Red Hulk next to the there's somebody who has it next to Immortal Hulk, but it's not the same model. It's a different model. It's like a 3D printed model.
We don't need another 7 Hulk, but
he looks pretty massive.
Well, I feel like She-Hulk, the next to him, is really tiny.
She is small. I think she's small.
She's about the same size as Miles, because I can see Miles next to her.
Yeah, and she's on a medium.
She's on a medium base.
Yeah,
Leader's on a small base, and he's not that big. You know,
pretty tall though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a 7, but I don't think he's that much bigger.
I think he's about the same size as A-Bomb, and A-Bomb's a 5.
Yeah, but like story wise, I don't think you can make him the same points cost as Abomination, because Abomination and Red Hulk, like you're in 2 different classes. You know, like Red Hulk kicks the shit out of Abomination. Easily.
But like, is he 7 point? Like,
we'll have to see. I mean, the only reason why Immortal Hulk is so good is the amount of throws and the fact he is truly immortal.
I mean, I would assume that Red Hulk is 100% a murder machine. That's like his whole goal is straight up murder.
But you think he's less defensive because of that? Like he does higher damage output, but is easier to take down?
Probably. He might have like, he has like the high health pool. I'm sure he has the same mechanic that all the Hulks have. You know what I'm curious about though? Is new She-Hulk going to have the same mechanic where she only has one side?
I don't think she will. I mean, she looks like she's more
business.
Yeah. I mean, the suitcase kind of says it.
But I think Red Hulk will have the same ability where he won't flip. But I wouldn't be surprised if he has like 25 health. But his defenses are like
333.
Bad. No, I mean, I think even one of those might be a 2. Like energy's a 2.
Would he be more or less susceptible to gamma at that point? So would his mystic defense be lower?
Well, so it's so dumb. So I would think Mystic would be your answer, but then what happens with Hulks is they get so mad that the mind control and those kind of abilities don't work on them, which I think is stupid, but whatever. So that's why like Immortal Hulk has like that high mystic defense. I think energy is the way to go because in the comics and in the movies you use sound waves to hurt Hulks.
Yeah.
So if we're going off of that, that would be like Claw. Claw uses sound waves. All his attacks are energy. So I would think energy would be the weakest defense. And then it's like, I would give him like a dog shit defense, a high health pool. And if he's cost 7, I think he gets DR or healing factor. But I think it's going to be hard to give him healing factor if none of the other Hulks have healing factor.
What if he?
If you had
No, I was trying to
Could
think.
you
If
imagine if he had aggressive?
I think he does. You know what? I would put money down he has aggressive. I will. I like that.
What about heal from damage?
What, like Apocalypse does?
Or Carnage or Venom or any of those, even though he's not a symbiote.
No, because it doesn't make. I don't think it makes any sense.
I can see him getting more dice like OG Hulk does.
Yeah, I could definitely see him getting more dice the more damage that's on him. That's why I think he might have more health than Hulk. I think he's going to be our highest health pool character.
Oh my god, give him low defense but high health pool, aggressive, and the more damage, the more.
Yeah,
damage he
that's
does.
what I'm thinking.
Actually,
It is.
I would like his ramp to be not tied to the damage he's taken. I would like his ramp to be tied to the damage he does to make him more of a thing that you can't just ignore. So like OG Hulk, you can just play the game of I ignore you, whatever. You get to move up, you get to throw me once, you get to punch me once, whatever. If he does like the Gladiator thing where every time he punches you, he gets stronger.
I can see that. He would
Or like
destroy fucking wide teams then.
or
Yeah.
like the Killmonger like kill token kind of thing.
Yeah, something like
That's not
that.
bad
So
either, yeah.
so a ramp based off his damage, not damage he's taken.
But yeah, I think aggressive is 100% a thing. I don't think you can make a Red Hulk and have him be super angry like that and not have aggressive.
That's terrifying.
But he might have his own version of aggressive, you know? I don't know what would be different about it. I could also see him having a clapback.
I can if I were to change his aggressive to be different, I would say that he has to aggressive towards the closest enemy model, not the model that attacked him.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad. I could definitely see like a clapback where like I can take it and he takes the hit or whatever. And then he just gets to smash you right back. God, that would be rough.
Could you imagine if he had like a built-in God, what's that card that is now Asgard only?
Odin's blessing.
No,
Oh God, please, not that.
All you got or whatever. It's not all you got.
No.
Doom Prophecy.
Yes, like a built-in Doom Prophecy where he's just like, screw my defense, I just want to hit you.
I would be all for that. Like he's just like, fuck my defense. I'm just gonna smash the shit out of stuff. I'd be like, you know what? I'm fine with that. But he, then he ends up being a boogeyman, and that always sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with 7. That model being a 5 would be so weird.
It's gonna be a 4.
No, it's not going to be a 4.
All right, so
That's smart of them to say it's if they said it wasn't a 6, because that's like the first place I feel like everybody would go.
yeah,
So like then you have the real debate, like is it a 5 or is it a 7? And then it's like, what are you gonna make leader? Leader's a 4.
yeah. So basically, the hints that Will Schick gave on that is that Red Hulk is not a 6, new She-Hulk is sensational, and he's called leader for a reason.
So he's gonna be a Cabal leader. I don't think it's Gamma Force. I don't think that's a thing. I get that he's coming out with Hulks, hooray, but he is a Hulk villain, so of course he comes out with Hulks. But I don't think Gamma Force is going to be a thing. I hope to God it's not also.
Because you'll be able to play what? She-Hulk, OG Hulk, Red Hulk,
Leader.
Abomination. None of them share aliases.
No, I mean there are a lot of like Gamma Force characters. I just don't think they're characters that are ever going to make it into the game outside of, I'm sure they're going to put Scar in the game at some point. Bleh, awful character. But like there is an actual Gamma Force team in the comics.
It almost makes me wonder if Red Hulk and She-Hulk are 5s. Because you think about it, if leader's a 4,
I think she is a 5.
Leader's
She's
a
not
4.
a 6.
Leader's a 4. OG Hulk's a 6. That's 10. Red Hulk and new She-Hulk both at 5s. You can play all 4 and 20.
I could see her even being a 4, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think she's definitely a weaker She-Hulk. Man, give me hulked out She-Hulk. If you're going to give me another one, I want the like muscled out, raged She-Hulk. I don't need She-Hulk in her business attire.
Isn't that what the first one was supposed to be?
No, see what's weird is the first one is like when she was with the Fantastic Four, and like that was when she was the sensational She-Hulk, like the actual one versus like what the comic called it. That was like during that timeline. And then they make this one, which is like business She-Hulk, like during Civil War and stuff like that, where she's kind of like the Deadpool, where she can break the fourth wall and do stuff like that. And then there's the newer version of She-Hulk, which is like the fuck you, I'm gonna smash shit She-Hulk, and that's the one I want. Gamma Core. That's what the stupid theme was called.
Gamma Squad.
Well, there's also Gamma Flight, which is like the Canadian version.
There's like a Gamma.
I haven't seen Gamma Force, but it does sound like it could possibly be a thing.
That's it. I'm going to Google Gamma Force.
So we'll see. Like I said, I hope it's not character cards. I want actual reveals. I want something to be excited about. AMG, feel free to steal my timeline idea for next year.
Gamma Force is the type of Nikes. Oops.
Are they green?
No, they were all different colors.
So let's go to some upcoming tag events.
Oh, hold on. First, I want to do a Crossroads quiz. And I'm going back to old school. We're just going to try to guess the amount. Well, you guys are. I already know the amount. All right. So here it is. We talked about it a little bit when we were talking about our lists. There was one term that kept coming up. So here's the question. How many characters, close your Jarvis down, Sean. How many characters have stealth?
There's over 200 characters.
222.
There's 222 that are active in the game right now.
Sure.
Everybody's active. What do you mean?
Well,
there's a couple in Jarvis that like don't have like cards up or anything yet.
Like Jubilee is technically in Jarvis right now, even though like we know nothing about her.
Oh, well then yes, correct. She does not have stealth, so don't add her into your equation.
No, she's not added.
Does Gary really have to tell you characters that have rules?
No.
Okay. 30.
23
is 26.
I'm one off. I thought I was closer. I tell you what, though, that for both of us, man, that's damn close.
That was pretty good. Yeah, I think I would have been a little high if I guessed.
I was about to go lower, and then it's the same rule every time. So my first number in my head was 15, and every time we take these quizzes, I always say go high. So I like doubled it.
I'm not gonna lie, my first number was 20 that popped in my head, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go with 30. And then you said 30. I'm like, fuck, I don't know, 23.
No, you didn't even split the difference.
I know.
He just took that 3 and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, I did. That's exactly what I did. I said 20, and then I said 30, and I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna combine them. Well,
all right.
That's a lot. That's a lot of stealth characters. I couldn't even name like probably 10 of them, honestly.
Oh, you absolutely could.
It'd take me a minute because I'd like forget.
I mean, I know Black Cat, I know Black Widow, I know Mystique.
Oh, you're at 3.
Yeah.
Way to go. You're really killing it here. You got stuck on 3.
No, Prowler, Spider-Woman, Miles. Yeah, now I'm stuck.
Yep, you're on 6. I'm not going to sit here and name them all. It's going to take forever.
Electro, Shadowlands, Mysterio.
Electro?
Electra.
Okay.
Oh, Electra. Okay, I was about to say, yeah.
Oh, what game you're playing. So we have some upcoming tag events. Sean, you want to go ahead and do our events?
Sure thing. Well, first off, we have our last chance qualifier, which is this Saturday. Hopefully, this podcast comes out before this Saturday.
It will. I'll make sure it does.
Okay.
It's your last chance.
It's your last chance. I am trying to find where our upcoming events are listed because I was just going off the top of my head. Yeah, that one is at Bazooka Games in Westminster. You can find the link for it in Jarvis pretty easily. Then we have December 4th through 7th. We have Shorehammer in Ocean City, Maryland. We are running doubles and affiliation. Tickets, I think, are through shorehammer.com or something to that effect.
The Longshanks is up for the doubles and the singles. We will have an affiliation. It's not on their thing yet. I'm taking care of it. But there is a link in the Longshanks to the tickets. So just go to the Longshanks, sign up on the Longshanks, click the link. You can go get your tickets through there.
Then we have December 13th at Huzzah Hobbies. We'll be doing, is this going to be in conjunction with their 40K event that they always do for this?
Yes, there'll be other events going on at the same time that this one is.
So we'll be hosting a tournament for their charity food drive that they do every year. I know that you get a lot of stuff by bringing food, so it's a fun one to go to.
This is limited to 16 people for this event because we only have enough room for 8 tables. I know I already have, I think, like 11 signed up, so I have 7 spots remaining for this. This is a unique kind of tournament. This is not your standard tournament. There will be the more you give, the more you get kind of thing. If you give more for the food drive, you're going to get some benefits.
Specifically, you get to cheat.
Pretty much.
Like you want a dice roll, you need a wild, there you go.
Do you want to pay to win? This is the time.
Then we have some of our bigger events that we are hosting in 2026. So we'll be hosting a GT for Battle to End Alzheimer's, April 11th through the 12th. This will be at Dover Downs in Delaware. We'll have more information about that as the event draws closer and how to purchase tickets for it. And then for the first time, we're going to announce that we are going to be hosting a 64-player GT at the ATC, which is the American Team Championships for, specifically, it was Warhammer, and they are branching out into other games. So we will be hosting a 64-player GT. That is June 26th to the 28th. We will also be running a doubles tournament on the Friday before the main event. You can find tickets for those right now on ATC's website, and I wish I had it memorized off the top of my head. It was like WHATC.com, I believe it was the URL for it.
Yes, WHAT.org.
Okay, there you go.
And then way down the line, we will be hosting Marvel Crisis Protocol at Nova this year. And that isn't until September.
Next year.
So that's way down the line, though. But we will be there, and we'll be hosting MCP with lots of new stuff on the way.
And I'll be running demos.
To the 2nd through the 6th. Put that on there.
Whatever Labor Day weekend is.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, come see us at ATC. It's going to be awesome.
Bonus points.
Right, especially if you're a listener from, that area that we normally don't get to see. It'd be great to hear from y'all. And I think that's it for what we have in the pipeline right now that we know of.
It's crazy. 2026 is already filling up. You think about that with all the regular local tournaments.
We'll probably have some involvement in a thing in Richmond, maybe.
Yes, we definitely will.
I just don't know the dates for it, and we have to finalize stuff with them.
Well, let's see what the dates could be for Richmond Open. If they have them up. Hopefully it's when King's Dominion is open. That would be great.
I asked them last year for it, so
May 1st through the 3rd.
We're going to have some busy months in there. Yeah, that's a GT month. Let's do it.
Now I'm trying to see when they open. When does King's Dominion open? What date did I say?
May 1st.
May.
Oh, do we want to try to organize a tag-hosted King's Dominion?
Well, we are not going because it's late May through early September is when they open for the weekdays. So we will never make that plan.
That's so depressing.
Just move it to the end of May. It's not going to change anything. Like May 24th, I think is what it says for this one. How cool would that be if we were there for like the opening week and then we got to go play games? And then, you know what? You guys could just like collab with King's Dominion. I'm sure they would do something. But, well.
Maybe we'll get it done for 2027.
Yes, we'll have to do it. We're on it. And that would be really cool, honestly. Like, wouldn't that be cool to do one with like Hershey Park?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, they've got to have like a space. Well, that's what we should do. Now, plans now is convention at Hershey Park. They've got to have like an event space of some sort where you could go and play games and whatnot. And then after that, you pay whatever you pay for. So you pay to play in the tournaments, but then it also covers your like Hershey Park ticket.
That would be
So it'd be a little pricey, but
yeah, they would probably support us better if we did it on a weekday over a weekend for Hershey Park if it's during.
That's what I mean. That's what I think you do. I think you do it as like a Thursday through a Sunday event, and then you just get discount, like some kind of discount at their hotels and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go play Warhammer, and then after I'm done my Warhammer, let's say I get tabled and I'm out, and it's like, fuck that, I'm gonna go ride the Great Bear. That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be pretty sweet.
So, all right. Well, I think that's it for us tonight. So, Target Acquired Podcast is brought to you by Game Chefs, your ultimate destination for all things tabletop. Whether you're looking for a new exciting board game, assembling your Marvel Crisis Protocol squad, or building the perfect Warhammer army, Game Chefs has everything you need: miniatures, dice, rulebooks, and the best community of gamers around. And just for you, our amazing listeners, Game Chefs is offering 15% off your next purchase. Just use the code TAG2025, that's TAG2025 at gamechefs.org and save on your next adventure. Roll some dice and level up your game at Game Chefs. Link and code can be found in the description. That concludes this episode of a Target Acquired Podcast. See ya!